It's been a long time since I've really wanted a Seiko. Something about Seiko recently, a lot of their models just haven't been appealing to me. However, with this recent release of the SLA077 and 079, I'm actually excited about this release, and it's the first time that I've wanted a Seiko dive watch in probably over a year. They've actually fixed some of the pricing on this model as well, or at least a little bit of the pricing. I have all the details, so let's take a look at their newest release, the SLA077 and 079. So as I mentioned in the intro, these are dive watches. They are in 42 millimeters, or just over 42 millimeters. There is the SLA077, SLA079. Two things here. There is a black dial and a white dial. And of course, SLA, that means this is one of their higher end models. This is a Marinemaster modeled after their 1968 diver. It's a reinterpretation of that diver, so it's a modern reinterpretation. All that means it's not a direct homage to that original watch. It's inspired by the original 1968 diver. So this is a Marinemaster. It gets 300 meters of water resistance. It's inspired by the Marinemaster, the 300 meter dive watch. This is getting a stainless steel case and stainless steel bracelet with an extra hard coating. There are two different dial colors, a white dial, which is somewhat of an opaline white. It gets a pebbled texture or sand texture on the dial. The dial just says Seiko, then Marinemaster, that's up at the 12 o'clock position. Down at the 6 o'clock position, or above the 6 o'clock position, you're getting the ProSpex X. So this is a ProSpex model. Obviously, below that it says automatic, and then below that 300 meters of water resistance. This also gets the date between the 4 and the 5 o'clock position. Some people will love that. Some people will absolutely hate it. These are color matched. So you're getting the white dial, you're getting a white background on that date. The black dial, you're getting a black background. The black dial also gets that sand pebble texture to the dial, which I think looks fantastic on this watch. These both get black bezels. The stainless steel cases are getting a extra hard coating, so are the bracelets. The bracelets here are very nice as well. There is only one problem with the bracelet that Seiko still have not really gotten on board with yet, is on the fly micro adjust. These do get micro adjust, however, it is obviously not on the fly, so you have to actually manually change the micro adjust on these bracelets. It's kind of old school, and I think Seiko really need to get with it, especially at this price point. These price points are better. We'll talk about prices in just a second. There is one other thing I want to mention about these watches before we talk about price. It is getting an 8L35. So this is Seiko's highest end automatic movement. It's essentially a Grand Seiko movement that is slightly toned down. The finishing isn't as good. However, it is used in Grand Seiko models. So this is a higher end movement. You're getting a screwed-in case back, a screwed-in crown. You do not get to see the movement on this watch. I wish they let you see the movement because the 8L is a very nice movement. They did this with a recent watch where you could see the 6L movement that they put in it, but they're not letting you see it on this watch. So I would say that's another complaint that I have besides the lack of micro adjust. The price on these, it's actually pretty good. These are coming in at $2,900. I know some people are gonna say that is incredible. That's a lot of money. However, usually these watches are in the $4,500 range, sometimes even more expensive than that with an 8L movement. For example, the watches that came out recently with the 6L movements, that is a slightly lower grade movement. It's not used in Grand Seikos. Those are around the same price. They were around $2,500 or $2,900, somewhere in that range. So this is actually a very good price for these watches. And they're actually sized really nicely as well. 42.5 millimeters, that is the diameter. And then you have a 13.4 millimeter thickness. Considering that it's getting 300 meters of water resistance, that's not all that bad. And then around a 49 millimeter lug to lug. These wear a lot smaller than their actual size, so I would say this would wear like a 41 millimeter watch. Most Marinemaster cases do wear smaller. The 1968 reinterpretations and the original all wear smaller than their dimensions. So I'm actually very excited about this watch. I really like the dial setup. I think they did a great job. Of course, the crown classically at the 4 o'clock position, screwed in case back, all of that good stuff, 300 meters of water resistance. Beautiful dials on here, and just a classic looking dive watch. Stainless steel with an extra hard coating, a lot going into it, and the price isn't terrible. So tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you like the look of this watch? As long as it's not plagued by QC issues, I think this would be a winner. Again, tell me what you guys think. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It's super helpful for the channel and I very much appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. I'll catch you guys in the next video.